Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Southern Excitement Racing League SERL Truck Series. Race number 2, live right here from Nashville Super Speedway, a 1.33 mile racetrack. I guess they call it a mile and a half, but 1.33 miles it is. We are getting ready to do 115 laps around this bad boy. And man, this is not going to be anything like we saw last week. Big old Daytona racetrack. We are going to be tight quarters here tonight in the SERL Truck Series. Got a new guest today up in the booth, Logan Lax. You got a copy?
Yes, and I don't pay attention to the length of the track. I just turn left on it.
There you go. I understand that completely. Right now we are doing qualifying here. You see Justin Lumpkin up front in that number 18 Toyota right now leading the way here in qualifying. Just a couple more minutes to go here, and we're going to get this bad boy, race number 2, underway here. Take a look real quick at some of the results from last week, and something we're going to do all season long. We are going to keep you informed on the tight points battle up front. Your winner last week, Anthony Trippi, but if you look, second, third place are tied, 6 points behind. Josh Anderson and Dakota Reeder, 4th and 5th, only 12 and 13 points back. So we've got a tight field here today as we head into race number 2. And just to bring up something I was asked by the admins, if you take a look in the bottom right hand of your screen, they've got Darren's Nail Gun Repair. Awesome that they brought some sponsorship into the league. Congratulations on that. And what they're doing is they are going to be the sponsor for the Clean Driver Award with the least incident points at the end of the season. So they're going to give away some prizes. So Darren's, welcome to the stream. Welcome to SERL. And we are happy to have you here with us tonight as we get ready to do some racing here for race number 2 in the SERL Truck Series Nashville Super Speedway. Logan, how the heck did they get Super Speedway and it's only a mile and a half? That's kind of odd to me, huh?
That's what I was thinking, because I bought the track and I tried to run it flat out, and then I realized I can't do that.
It does not work, does it?
Yeah, no, I don't think it does.
Oh, well.
No.
But it's good that Nashville's on the circuit. I ran some practice laps here, and definitely...
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. All I heard was you complain about how tight it was.
Yeah, it's definitely a very, very unique racetrack, to say the least. So it's very cool to see that on the schedule here. And we're getting ready to grid up here. Take a look at our starting lineup tonight.
Now, I will say, Dakota was actually the top of practice, but did not qualify as well as you'd think.
Yeah, absolutely. And oops, got my screen there. But yeah, Landon Lacey, man. Great qualifying. Cody Reeder, another good effort by those guys. I know Landon was up there in points. And I'm looking at my sheet here, so please forgive me. I'm still learning these teams.
And names. I'm still completely new. So.
Teams and names, yes. But yeah. I know that Landon is on 5-5 Motorsports, and with Dakota and Dean Brummett had strong runs last week as well. So taking a look through the field here, Landon and Cody on the front row with Justin Lumpkin, Bobby Anderson rounding out your top 4, Stoney Benfield, and Adam Newbert. Great Daytona run for him as well. Richard Gonzalez had a very, very good showing for his first race here in SERL. And George Jewell rounding out your top 8. And we are getting ready to do some pace laps here and get this race underway. Live for you tonight, right here on YouTube, on the 213 Broadcast Network. Thank you all for tuning in. And I'm looking for an action-packed race here tonight, Logan. I think we are going to see one hell of a battle from front to back, and maybe some tempers. This is the kind of track that, it's
easy to slide up.
Absolutely real easy to slide up and real easy to get a little bit angry when things don't go your way. So we're getting ready to go racing here.
Might definitely see some bumping, especially near the end of the race.
Yeah, man, the old bump and run move.
Well, I don't know if it's bump and run, more like dump and run, honestly.
Hopefully we don't see that here tonight. But thank you, everybody, once again for tuning in here. And thanks again to Darren's for coming on here and supporting clean driving, man. It's an internal conversation with my home league is we want to promote clean drivers, man, because it brings good racing to the fans. As the iRacing pace truck heads down pit road, we are getting ready to go green flag racing here for 115 laps at Nashville Super Speedway. Landon Lacey in the Geico restart zone. We are green flag racing here at Nashville.
And he got a good jump off the start.
Really good start there on that bottom line in that 24 machine, taking an early lead away from Cody Reeder in the 25.
As they're starting to kind of file in some contact near the middle, I believe it was the 40. Or sorry, the 48 and the 8.
A little rough back there, 48 and 8 side by side. That is for sure. We're going to see a lot of that here tonight. And trying to figure out what is the fastest way around this place. Are you going to be a bottom feeder all race, or are you going to run that middle to high lane? We will find out, because only time will tell.
Right now it seems as more people are in the middle lane, it's starting to slow down. As some of the top line is starting to get a run as the 8 goes around the 3, but the 48's able to slide up in front of him, and the 48's trying to get past the 16 now.
Oh boy, he almost got he almost got it.
Caught you. Yeah.
I think he maybe was trying to send a message early there.
I don't know. I think he just went in a little too hot and had to pull out.
Yeah, no, absolutely right, man. It's very, very easy, and you know, we say it week in and week out, and I know this is your first time in the booth with me here, but it's something that we just talk about so often, is for the people at home that maybe don't have the experiences that we do behind the wheel of. Just because some people look at this as a video game, this takes a whole heck of a lot of discipline, and you have to be talented to come out here and compete and win races, because if it was easy, we would be winning every week, and trust me when I say we are not.
I wish I was, man.
Exactly.
If only.
I know. Awesome shot. I love this camera view right here, as we got a really good field here tonight.
Oh yeah, the one going into 1.
Yeah, it's just a cool view all around. Beautiful facility.
Justin Lumpkin looks to be going for the second spot on Cody Reeder.
Yeah, he's
so
definitely...
scroll through the field for names.
Yeah, definitely.
As Reeder will lose back into Justin. And now Justin will try and catch up to Landon. See, I thought I was the best LL, but we got Landon up front.
Landon Lacey, Logan Lax. Yeah, man. It's a great battle here. You can see some side-by-side action further back in the field here for 6th, 7th, and, well, pretty much the rest of the field. The 16 and the 75 side-by-side for that 7th position.
The 48 and the 23 fighting right behind them. 20 speed on entry, but I think we'll gain it on exit over the 316 Stone Cold car.
Yeah,
love that.
Yeah, that's very cool.
No, 316 will slide in front of the 23. As Dakota will dive under him as well.
Very cool race car. Yeah, we were talking about that last week. It's a very unique way to do a number, and really cool, really great looking race car. And man, I tell you what, that 316 had a really good chance to win last week at Daytona until a very late incident.
Yeah, 23 seems to either be conserving or just losing pace over time as he loses another spot to the 3 as the 8's trying to chase him down now. Yeah, the 8 will dive low. Seems the high line isn't working enough yet for Richard Gonzalez.
Yeah, we're going to wonder and keep our eye on that and see if that comes in a little bit later on in the race. But
let's see, maybe as it rubbers in, it'll start to get a bit faster. The 4 and the 07 are battling for, I believe, 6th.
Oh, boy, yeah. Gonzalez way up the racetrack there.
Yeah, he's been kind of sliding up the whole time. He keeps losing positions. Lost it to the 8, lost it to the 66, now losing it to the 44.
Right.
Maybe 7 will dive under.
Number 1 there of Bobby Anderson. He was one of the fastest guys last week. Thought he was going to be the Pied Piper, and ended up getting caught up in an incident. Unfortunate for him at Daytona, but that number 1 truck we know was going to bring some speed. He's looking for some redemption here tonight for race number 2. in the
Now,
truck
one
series.
thing I'm noticing is on that number 4, I'm seeing a swim. Is that perhaps a team logo?
It is, and actually
And I
we
believe
made some shirts for them.
I think I saw those shirts on 2and3swimwear.com.
I think you're a smart man.
Sometimes. As he'll pass the 25. Seems like a lot of these guys are losing more spots than they're gaining. The
Definitely.
25 started second and is now sitting in, I believe, 5th or 6th. So,
Yeah, we're definitely going to see some comers and goers here. And, you know, a big part of that too, Logan, is people just kind of conserving tires, realizing this is a long race. They don't throw a caution for the stage break that we have coming up. So maybe some of these guys are thinking long term here as opposed to going out and burning up their stuff early on in this thing.
Some people who don't care about burning up their stuff, the 24 and the 18, I believe, just gap a little bit to Landon. As everyone else seems to be trying to chase them, especially that 1 and 4.
Yeah.
Everyone else kind of seems to be shuffling about for whatever position they can get in the midfield.
Yeah, Justin has closed it up just a little bit. We're at 0.6 right now, and it was at a second, so he has gained just a little bit of time here on that 24 machine for the lead here.
Yeah, and Brandon Browning is battling the 75 for a 9th and almost make contact middle of 1 and 2. As now Dakota and Brendan's going to block that low line and keep going around.
He does, and it looks like everybody's clean. I don't see any damage from this view, so if there was contact, it wasn't much. Everybody looks like we're all right here.
Looks like everyone has started to line up. Not seeing much too wide anymore. The, I think 4th to about 9th is pretty, or 8th is pretty bunched up. And of Bobby Anderson, Adam Newbert, Cody Reeder, Blake Giglio? I'm not sure. Dean Brummett, George Jewell, and yeah. Following that is, I believe, it looks like a 3-car pack of Stoney Benfield, Brandon Browning, and Dakota Camper, who seems to trying to be chase these two down, as he's going to get below the 48 of Brandon.
Like he's going to have a really good run there coming to...
I think he'll really need to dive low on this, as Brandon's going to have to take that high line, and Dakota, I think, is going to finish the move right here. If not here, that'll be turn 1.
Yeah.
He's got the edge. Brandon's going to keep coming, as he is that extra speed from running the outside.
Definitely using that momentum right now to his advantage.
But Dakota's definitely got the shorter way around the track. I think he'll try and finish the move here and start chasing after Stoney Benfield. As he's not able to get it done. I don't know if maybe... Looks like Brandon might re-overtake the 3.
Definitely battling hard, that's for sure. Seems like we got some more side-by-side back up here with Adam and Cody. Oh,
Anthony
boy.
Trippi also seems to be fighting for, I believe it's 13th, for to take over Corey Stahl as he passes Mike Wells in the 8. And they're too wide. And the 44 and the 8 make contact around, or 8's in the infield.
He is mowing the grass. It looks like we're going to off track, but it looks like we are going to
might come back up.
Stay green.
And he saves it.
Woo. Oh, I hate to see that for him, but what a great job keeping it out of traffic.
Yeah, the 44 slid up and just nowhere to go.
Yeah, that was definitely close. Your 44 of Anthony Trippi, that is last week's winner from Daytona. In a little bit of early carnage here, but I think he's going to be okay. On the 8, on the other hand, he's going to need a little bit of time.
I believe the 18 is running about the same pace as Landon Lacey. They've stayed pretty close. Maybe the 18 making up a bit of ground on him.
Yeah, that's a great observation, because the interval literally has not changed barely at all. It is still at 0.6, and that's where we were a handful of laps ago. And if you look right now already, Logan, we are almost 20 laps into this thing, and I feel like we literally just started. Wow. So this race is going to go by pretty fast.
Like 9 minutes. So, and I believe the 18, at least I saw in turn 1, either not getting down or trying to use that second groove. I think they may have lost a bit of time to Landon doing that. as it looks like they've dropped back a bit more. But maybe they'll have that draft into one and try and ride. It definitely looks like he's not getting as low as Landon is, and I think that's why he's dropping a bit.
Yeah. Right now, so far, your biggest mover is Mr. Dean Brummett in that 316 truck. This league does offer bonus points for the biggest mover, and they offer bonus points for 0x when you cross the start-finish line. So, right
Someone
now,
who's not going to have that 0x is going to be the 44 and the 8 after that contact.
yeah, definitely right about that, unfortunately. Good side-by-side battle here, though. The 4-car.
David Mayo seems to be trying to make a move on the 8. I think the 8 may have some damage from that contact because he seems to be going a lot slower than he was. And I almost wonder if maybe his tires are burnt up from it.
Yeah, it's possible you get them things hot by sliding it around. And
sliding is something I'm pretty good at, so I know all about it.
Looks like we got Sierra a little bit off the pace here so far tonight. Maybe catch a caution and maybe get things caught up here. Running the tail of the field here. We got a good turnout again, once again here in the Southern Excitement Racing League with 24 entries. It's a really good field. A lot of talent here tonight. Number 15 of Jamie McKinney in 21st with Dakota Bailey rounding out your top 20 in the number 88 spot. Up front, number 24 in that awesome Jeff Gordon throwback looking scheme here, leading the way 22 laps down at Nashville Super Speedway.
Landon Lacey ran a 500ths faster than the 18 that lap and 1/10 faster the previous. So it definitely looks like the 24 is being more consistent than the 18 at this time.
Definitely got some long run speed under that truck. The interval is definitely growing.
But the question is, what long run speed do they have when their tires are burnt up? As the 16 has moved into third, I have no idea where the 1 and 4 have dropped back. The 25 seems to have heavy damage. As the 1 in this,
up the track.
Not the 1, sorry. And I almost wonder where maybe where he got some of his side damage from getting shoved up.
That was close, but yeah, 25 has definitely got some right side damage, and almost had more.
As now Dakota will try and chase down the 75 to take 8th, or I believe it'll be 7th after this lap.
Definitely a good battle back here.
Yeah, 4 press seems to be. You got 2 wide right behind them, the 21 and 66. 66 taking the high line, 21 on the bottom. 66 will have more momentum, and he'll have the draft since everyone is on that outside for the racing line, but the 21 just seems to get his bumper in. And the 21 will clear him in turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, that bottom line, man, that's what I was kind of wondering. Yeah, it really is.
That's the 66 lost a lot of time, I think, during that move. Because he used to be right on the 21, now he's dropped a bit as he dives in to try and make up that time. He's sliding up a bit earlier. The 21 is definitely able to stay lower more in that turn. As the 48 dives low.
Oh, that was close.
Try the outside. Maybe it'll work. He's already ahead.
He is going to make that momentum work.
The 48.
He did. Great job, man. Great move right there.
10th, so Jason Templeton has made it into the top 10, I believe, for the first time today.
Yeah, that was a good move right there, man. Power move.
Great around the outside. As now we'll try and take the 25 maybe into turn 3. As the 3 of Dakota seems to be making the move on the 1, and he'll clear him.
Yeah, Dakota's got a lot of long run speed in that truck. I can already feel it. He seems like a very patient guy.
Up a move right now because he's moving out and about behind Dakota's bumper. Dakota's sitting in 7th. I believe both the 75 and Dakota passed the 1, so they definitely seem to have more long run speed. I almost wonder if the 1 burn up his stuff early in the run. The 4 was sitting 4th originally and is now sitting back in 5th. He got passed by the 316 and the 16.
Yeah, 316 caught that 16 there. He's definitely caught him here.
He's right on him. And someone who doesn't seem to be getting caught is Justin Lumpkin and Landon Lacey. They are gone. With that lap, Landon Lacey only ran 300ths faster, so Justin seems to be getting pace on the 24, just not enough.
Man.
I almost wonder at what point Justin just gets too mad at looking at the rear of Landon's car and just even more.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
stay
absolutely.
relaxed and,
Yep.
yeah.
That's exactly it,
I mean,
man.
Landon could, if you just stay relaxed, Landon makes one mistake and you can gain like a whole second or two.
Oh, absolutely. I was just mind blown earlier today when I was running these trucks at Auto Club is how loose they can get on exit. I was like, man,
They're so loose, but they're so tight. That's the thing.
yeah, just kind of snappy loose. So I don't think Nashville's quite as bad as what I felt. But
Well,
man,
I tried running these at New Hampshire. They were so tight entering the corner and in the corner. The one is dove into pit road,
uh-oh.
I believe.
Well, hopefully that's a planned stop here.
Yeah, it seems to be. I don't see maybe some right side damage. If you're looking at the rear, at the right
We
rear quarter
are, if I'm not mistaken, I believe these guys run 60 or 65% fuel. So
I
don't
almost
know.
wonder then if do they have set tires? Sierra Clampert seems to be close to getting lapped, running a whole second slower than the leaders on the last few laps.
Yeah, she's going to get lapped here pretty soon, I'm afraid. But yeah, that's what I was thinking is this could just be a fuel strategy by the one, knowing that we've got a stage
Maybe
coming at 50, but yeah,
with
maybe.
all these people bunched up. Sierra, I believe, is going into turn I'm sorry. Entering the trial as Landon is entering the turn, or exiting the turn. So I definitely think Landon has much more pace over Sierra. The question is, will Sierra move out of the way in time, and what line will she take? Because that could greatly benefit Justin in timing.
Yep, absolutely. Catching a slower car at the wrong time will certainly put a damper on your lap time, but I think Landon's got plenty of pace here, and I think there'll be some respect shown here as we see the 18 coming down pit road.
Has dove onto pit road and has lost 22nd and will go a lap down. Same with the 42 and the 07.
07, yep, absolutely. Vans. I love that. Old school Vans.
As Landon is caught up to Sierra, so the question is, will he, and if so, where?
And is he going to be able to get past prior to him needing to make a pit stop?
Seems to be taking the racing line. Maybe in the way of Landon.
Definitely going to race hard.
And may have to do a bump and run here as he forces Sierra to take the outside as he dives low. And the question is, will Sierra keep her bumper in?
Yeah, it was a pretty clean pass there. Pretty clean pass.
Yeah. Now we have to see how the 18 handles this.
Definitely going to be a lot faster.
The 18, I believe, dove on the pit road because it's showing the 316 in second.
Yeah, the 18 did pit.
It looks like the 16 did pass, or did get passed by the 316, as now the 16 is sitting third and is not pit. So I believe of the people who have not pit yet, it is. Did the 18 get damaged? No, they're a lap down. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't think.
They're position 20 right now. I think they pit. So if played his cards right, he should be hoping to be in second or first by the time that pit finishes cycling.
Certainly going to have a lot faster lap times in that 18, but how much time has he lost? We're going to have to find out. Landon and Dean.
I feel like the longer Landon stays out, the more it just hurts him, though.
Yeah.
Because he's running slower and slower as he's still on the track. He's not pitted yet. Now the question is, will he pit this lap or will he go around another? As the 21 says that he will be pitting this lap, I have not heard anything from the 24 as it looks like he will continue to go around.
We're looking.
The 316 will pass Sierra.
Go 21 coming to pit road here on lap 37.
As the 16 seems to be chasing down Sierra to try and get past her as well.
We're going to keep our eye on the leader here and figure out on what lap is Landon Lacey, your leader. Is he going to hit pit road this time? Fuel
Nope.
window is open.
Well, the answer is not yet.
Not
But
yet.
will he come around this time? That's the same thing I said 2 laps ago.
Got quite the array of pit strategies here. Our first taker was on lap 30. We're coming to
Was the number
39.
Yeah. As the 8 goes a lap down to Landon as well.
There he is.
Now the question is, will you see some of these lap cars, start to run, seconds faster, tenths faster? The 316 and the 16 will come down. The 316 looked like he locked up during the while trying to slow down, so I must wonder if during that lockup he sped on pit road.
See an incident with Stoney as well. I don't know. There's no caution.
I'm not seeing anything on my screen. Let me scroll through real quick.
It's highlighted red, which usually means contact of some sort, but I'm not.
They might have just caught the wall.
Yeah, because he's on pit road now. Looks to be pretty
What number
decent.
is Tony again?
75. It's going to
There you
cycle
go.
things around, and your leader currently is going to cycle around to the number 48 of Brandon Browning, but Anthony Trippi, your last week's winner, is up to second position. Still have to pit.
48 is going into pit road as he's just passed Landon Lacey. As 48 is announced on the driver's voice channel.
There he is.
Now, the
Brandon
reason I can say
Browning.
this is Anthony does have driver chat muted. I do not, so I can give a heads up for this stuff because I'm cool and all that.
Yeah, we don't necessarily want all that going over the airwaves when people get angry, as much as it would be fun.
The 18 has passed Landon Lacey by a decent amount, so I think definitely pitting earlier was the right call.
So far, it was the right call. We're going to see how the long run plays out.
I believe everyone is pit now. So we'll see where Landon comes out to. Someone I don't think is pit yet would be Sierra, sorry. If my... Beep. Yeah, I do not believe that Sierra has... No, she has, because the last one was a minute.
Yeah.
Let's see, where is...
Everybody has.
Yeah, everyone has.
So the
As
gap.
Justin is sitting fourth right now, but as he crosses the line after, I believe, the last bit of pit cycling, he will move into first, so... Justin Lumpkin has moved into the lead of this race as Jesse Steffs will go down a lap due to pit cycle.
Not only has he taken the lead, but he has taken the lead right now. There's a 2.8 second gap between him and Landon Lacey.
Now, one thing I've noticed is the people who stay out longer are the ones who are staying, a lap down. I think they just kept trying to go on these old tires as, people like Justin went in for new tires and made up so much time before they could pit. Brandon Browning is up to 15th. He was leading during the pit cycling. So I believe Landon is still sitting in second.
Yeah.
Yeah, Landon's in second. The 316 has made up a bunch of time on him. Who pitted with the 24. So it seems that during that pit stop, 316 must have made up time, maybe a better pit entry.
Yeah, he definitely came in hot because, like you said, he locked up
Maybe
those
the
tires to
24,
get
yeah.
it woed way down. So
Maybe the 24 maybe missed his pit stall. Because the 16 is right with him. The 316 is right on Landon's bumper. Maybe going low into turns 3 and 4 as Landon did not get the drive off. I think he wanted into 3 and 4.
surprised right there.
It's really slow. I wonder if maybe he's trying to warm up these tires and they're just not, not going with it.
No, he just let him have that spot. He didn't battle at all. I don't, not sure if he's got any issues or not, or maybe just being conservative. I don't know, but
that Exalta car is fun to look at.
Definitely fun to look at. And the thing too is when you get back in traffic, these things can handle completely different than when you have clean air, and that just could potentially be a factor he's dealing with right now.
And as we look at the timing, or at least I am, it looks like Dean Brummett is making up spots on or up time. He's made up a 10th here, made up 2/10 now. I wonder if maybe, you know, maybe the 18's having some issues as the 49's in the wall right behind the 18. 49 already a lap down. There's actually 2 people who've made up 12 positions. That would be Jason Templeton in the 21 and Dean Brummett in the 316.
Yeah. Tied at 12.
Big movers today.
Yeah,
Someone
definitely.
who has had the opposite luck would be Richard Gonzalez in the 23, as he makes up another one and only goes.
Yeah.
And the biggest movers the wrong way would be Bobby Anderson with negative 13 now, and Richard Gonzalez with negative 11.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can try and make that up through pit strategy. I don't know if maybe they were worried about conserving their stuff and it just wasn't worth it, or what. Because I know Richard got stuck on that high line for a while, as Richard is behind Sierra, trying to get under her.
Yeah, he was definitely there, and this gap has closed up front here.
And I believe Dean has much faster speed than Justin, as he's made up a second since I last checked in on the times.
Right now we are at 0.8. That was a 2.8 second differential when we came out of that pit cycle there. So these new tires, the 18.
Let me go ahead and check the recent times. Dean Brummett recently ran a 30.7, as Justin ran a 31.3. So he lost half a second on that lap alone. I almost wonder if he made contact with the wall, because he seems to be going a bit slower.
Yeah, I think it was just the difference in pit, the laps that they pitted on. I think he just.
I'm not seeing any damage on the 18, and maybe the tire wear is just that bad around here.
That's what I'm thinking, because if I'm not mistaken, he was one of the first guys to pit, and that was at lap 30.
I believe he was.
That was lap 30, and then we had other guys that.
On first. Yeah. As the 316 is right there now. And the 24 is made up time as well. These guys pitted, 5 to 10 laps later, so they're on much fresher tires. But the 18 has shown he's had long runs pace. Same with the 24. Same with the 316. So maybe if the 316 can make this pass, he'll have it, as stage was at. So Justin will take those points, as Dean will make the move for first.
Yeah, down low, he's there.
Is he clear? He's not. The 18 will put up a fight, but it's not enough.
He is going to prevail.
One thing I've noticed is if drivers have space below them, they're slowing down more than they usually would to run that high line so they can dive low. I noticed the 24 did it when Dean dove under him. Same with the 18. Seem to just slow down to try and take that bottom line. As the 18 gets experimental and tries running that high line, as he'll lose more ground to the 24. As the 16 is caught up. 49's kept pace with that 18, so similar pace. It's just, 1 lap difference. The 16 is now chasing down the 49 and the 18. The 24 is checked out from Justin. I think Justin is having some tire issues.
Yeah, I think so too. Got a good battle here though. They're not rolling over. They're fighting hard out there, that's for sure.
Yeah, I believe they're 3 wide for a minute, as the 16 will pass the 18 for third. Back in the pack, I'm looking to see if we have any battles. It looks like the 25, the 7, and the 66 battling for 8th. As the 7 will get right behind the 25.
Oh yeah, right on his rear bumper.
Further back in the pack, we have the 48 and the 07 battling for 12th. The 48 came out of that pit cycle in 15th and will now make the move for 11th on the 07.
Awesome. And the one thing too, Logan, that maybe you weren't aware of coming into tonight is these guys do allow one faster pair here. So
no,
you might see some of those guys.
That's not as much as I would need if I drove these.
Yeah, but I noticed on the side of the 25, his car's looking mighty new again, and he had quite a bit of right side damage. So
yeah, I'm not quite sure if maybe he had contact with that 75, because I know the 75 kind of got into his rear in turns 1 and 2, as the 44 is trying 5 for 12th right now. Further back in the pack, it seems the 42 is trying to pressure the 45 15th. And the next
He's trying
battle
to
after
get
that
there.
would be, yeah. Next battle after that would be Mike Wells trying to pressure James. Is that McCanny? Sorry if I butchered that. I'll get all that fixed for next week.
If I screwed up.
C8 is trying to gain time on James McCanny, but it seems like James McCanny ran 0.3 faster that lap.
We have a new leader, 316 up front. Lap
I called that
50,
like 3 laps ago.
coming to lap 57 to 115. He has had some serious pace after this last pit stop. Guys, we are going to keep the action right here, but we're going to step away for 1 second and pay some bills, and we will be right back live. All right, and a huge thank you to Blake Howell Designs for coming on board for a broadcast partner and sponsorship. It is BHR_design sim racing on Instagram. We are back live right here on lap 60 of 115 at Nashville Superspeedway, race number 2 for the SERL Truck Series, and your current leader, 316 Dean Brummett, out front. But he's not running away. Landon Lacey is coming. We are down to 0.29 between those two vehicles right now.
And as you watch Dean, you'll see him passing the one. One was up in third earlier in the race, and if you check his car, you'll see he has some heavy right side damage, so I wonder if maybe he got into the wall during this run.
Definitely lost a lot of pace here, so something is up with that one car. Bobby Anderson looks like he's coming to pit road with some issues here in Nashville.
And he was the first to pit originally, so maybe he accidentally used a fast repair if he had slight damage on that first pit.
Oh, yeah, that's a
I know
possibility.
That's something I've done many times.
Right. Forget to unclick it or whatever. And
yeah. It's awful in VR.
Yeah.
Because you gotta, like, look and use your mouse. It's awful.
Yeah, I can imagine. There are some tricks to that. There's some settings within the iRacing INI file to where you can change some of that stuff and program it to your keyboard. So
yeah,
but
it's the 24 is pressuring the 316. It's getting closer. And I wonder if the 316 is able to defend the 24, or if he'll just let him take the spot.
Yeah, Landon's got really good pace, man. I was kind of surprised when he basically just rolled over and let those guys go early on. But my mind right now is going toward the fact of him thinking, you know what? You go right on ahead. I know how abrasive this racetrack is, and I know what it does to my tires. I'm thinking long-term goal here. So quite honestly, I think that was a heads-up move by that 24.
Yeah, and we're only a little bit past halfway in this race. So I definitely think he was trying to conserve.
I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. That battle is shaking up here.
Yeah, maybe now as he's closer, he's going to just gun it and take what he can.
That's right.
As the 18 has almost dropped off the map. Sitting in fourth now. He's lost so much time to the leaders.
He has, and let me look here.
2.5 seconds back.
It was on pit lane on lap 32. The front runners were on pit road at lap 38. So it
So those
doesn't.
tires are much older.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like a whole heck of a lot from that perspective, but I'll tell you what, man, these racetracks are abrasive, and they will just chew up your tires in no time. And it is showing right now with our lap times. That 18 car definitely not have the speed that he did prior to coming in. And
Yeah,
the
and
battle's tightening up here.
Yeah, as the 24 almost collided with the 8 coming up on the front straightaway. Barely had enough space. I continue to pressure the 316. Maybe try and have him make a mistake so that he doesn't have to, use up his tires to make a move.
Right. Yeah, making somebody drive out of their rearview mirror and see if you can't force them into a mistake and overdriving corner entry, and then you capitalize.
That's definitely something that's seen a lot in road racing. But, NASCAR, it can be done as well.
Absolutely.
I've fallen victim to the good old rear view driving.
But
I don't do road racing anymore.
Yeah.
As a 24 will dive under that the 316.
Awesome.
I'm trying to say 36.
It's an awesome move there. Power move by Landon Lacey. Back up front in the number 24 machine. And I will tell you this, Landon and Dean, they are teammates. They are teammates in 5.5 Motorsports. Yes, they are. So 2 teammates with 5.5 Motorsports dominating here tonight in the SERL Truck Series at Nashville Super Speedway. 5.5 it is. Which one's going to take a victory here?
As their other teammates would be the 48 of Brandon Browning, currently sitting in 9th, and the 88 of Dakota Bailey.
Dakota, yeah.
Yeah, sitting in 24th right now. Everything they'd like to have today.
Yeah, not a great day so far for that 88, but it's early. There's a lot of time to rebound and make a good season out of this. And this is, like I said, man, off air to you, that this is a very, some people call it cookie cutter racetracks or however you want to word it, but this is a very, very difficult racetrack to drive.
Yeah, especially with how tight these cars are and how loose they get on exit. It's so tight trying to, get them to, put your foot back on the gas. The rear end tries to step out. As the 88 will pass that 15, I wonder if the 88 had just pit a second time.
Looks...
That would make sense if they're doing 33 lap runs.
It would. And my scoring is showing him pitted at lap 61, I think. So
okay. He's like 24th.
Yeah.
The SERL, I believe, is showing as in the... I forgot that we have the thing for that.
Got a great run going right now for Blake and that number 16 machine here. Very strong run tonight in Nashville and holding pretty steady in the 3rd position here. Doesn't have a lot of pressure from behind right now. And Blake is, let me see if I can find Blake on my list here. I have to see that. It doesn't look like Blake was on a team.
On Southern Excitement Racing.
Is he?
Or wait, am I looking at the wrong Blake? No, it's Southern Excitement Racing.
Maybe I didn't write that one down. Okay.
I'm looking at team standings, so.
Okay, he might be. Yeah. Okay, I gotcha. I must not have updated that then. So, but anyhow, regardless, Blake's doing a heck of a job here. Great run by him.
Jason Templeton moves from 5th to 4th, making up 13 spots. As he's the driver with the most movement.
Absolutely.
Ford's movement.
Biggest mover right there. 21 coming to pit road. Easy there, fella.
Is he possibly speeding, maybe? I say 1 speeding penalty and your race could be over.
Yeah, he got everything he could get, that's for sure. So we'll wait and find out if we hear anything from race control on that. 21 coming to pit road hot. And Logan, the one thing that we were talking about the other week was how difficult it really is when you're on a banked racetrack like this and then you try to come to pit road and your vehicle hits that flat spot. Man, yes. It is just treacherous and so easy to make a mistake getting on and coming off of pit road with these high horsepower vehicles.
You can so easily spin the rear tires trying to, get over from the flat surface to the bank surface and vice versa, just due to how the car is kind of tilted at an angle and on 2 different, surfaces.
Yep.
And you see that a lot as well with progressive banking tracks. It's a lot easier to spin there in between groups.
Absolutely right. And you see the boss man, Dakota Camper, that number 3 machine here, having a pretty solid run here at Nashville. We've got 6th position for Dakota, up 5 spots since the beginning of this thing, but he's been very consistent. So good run for the boss man here at SERL. And as we spoke earlier, Brandon Browning, the teammates of the guys leading up front in that 48 machine, he's holding a very strong top 10 position, running in 7th right now. So good run for Brandon tonight too.
Yeah, made up 2 spots since we last checked with him. And another driver who's made up a lot of spots would be Jesse Steffs, made up 11 positions since the start, sitting in 11th right now. This, I don't know who that was, but someone has said that they will be pitting this time around. So I'll be watching to see who that is.
There it is, the 316 headed to pit road, lap 77. Now we saw this last time. Yep, he did too, and we saw this last time how it worked out for some and maybe not the others.
And he pitted lap 38 last time. That would be another 38 lap run on the dot for Dean.
Very consistent.
I think at this rate he would have still a he'd have to push this last run another lap or 2. I think this should be his last stop of the day.
It very well could be.
Correct.
Looks like we might have Blake on pit road as well in the number 16 car, leaving the 3rd position to get some fresh Goodyears on that bad boy.
Yeah, he'd have to extend his normal 38 lap run to a 39 lap run, so that should be Dean's last stop of the day unless we see a caution out.
Very good.
That's what a calculator can do.
It's like with the 25 on pit road.
On pit road as well. Coming on lap 78.
All right.
So he will only have to run, I believe, 70 or 38 or 37 laps, making his run shorter, even though he's shown to have better long run pace, I feel.
Yeah, he definitely has great long run pace, and it's going to cycle around here. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I mean, one more, short stop. It seems, some other drivers have had better pace on short runs, that being the 316 and, maybe the 18.
Oh, boy, that got tight.
As the 4 will be pitting.
He missed pit road, and there's a caution.
This is hit the 4, maybe a caution.
Oh, man, the 4 missed pit road. No caution just yet.
Instead, he could be pitting.
Oh, man.
Out of his 4 with heavy damage.
Oh, that's so unfortunate to not get a caution under a circumstance like that. And he missed pit road entry and got hit in the side. It just
someone caught the 45 there.
Yeah.
And the 4 just got unlucky. He was running 4th early in this race.
I hate that for those guys. And I'll tell you what we're going to do is normally we don't do it this way until we get a caution, but we're going to call an audible. We're going to rewind this bad boy, and we're going to go back and see what happened.
Yeah. It seems the 4 checked up in front of the 45. The 45 checked up and got caught by the 21.
Unfortunate circumstance. We're going to slow it down, and we're going to take a look at what happened here.
So it's a few drivers who are having strong runs who've just lost a lot of pace.
Yeah, and you can see the 4. The 4 right here was going to pit, and I think he just missed pit road entry, maybe potentially from the pressure of the 45.
Yeah.
And he just did not get down in time. And it just and the 45 just trying to check up, man. Just not a malicious act at all. Unfortunate circumstance. He gets tagged from behind, and oh man, I hate that.
The 21 is used as fast repair coming off pit road. Jason Simpson just got unlucky. He ended up catching the rear end of the 45, turning him into the 4.
Unfortunate. That is going to cycle things back around. Your leader once again here at Nashville Superspeedway, Dean Brummett, Mr. 316, leading the way.
It's a 24. So much time lost to Dean, but his tires are, I believe, 2 laps fresher.
Look at all that lap traffic in front of the leader, though.
Yeah, but I believe Landon will have to go through the same stuff unless all of these drivers haven't pitted yet.
Yeah, that's a very good perspective. Very good point there. But man,
I mean, if the 42, the 08, and the 15 all pit this lap, that gets rid of 3 in front of the 316 and Dean, as he's caught behind Sierra, who just keeps, in front of him, and he just can't get around.
it's just tough, man. And they've got a right to battle, everybody's got a right to battle. But when you're the leader and you're caught behind lap traffic
you
and
don't want to get caught there.
Pounding on the steering wheel saying, damn it, just move over for me. Give me the spot. I'm leading this thing.
You're listening to these things with a horn.
That's right. At least give me a bell or something. Ding, ding.
Yeah. As a 316 will make a move on the 42, moving out of the way.
Right now, we have a 2.8 second difference between first and second, and that is mirroring exactly what we had the last pit stop.
Well, those were also 6 laps in between for pitting, whereas this was only 2. So
yeah, that's true,
Dean
too.
Hold it. Dean was still sticking the rest of that run. I think Dean maybe wasn't pushing and was just trying to conserve. As Dean's trying to chase this 08 and get around the last bit of last traffic.
Got a couple side-by-side lappers here.
Brandon is back in 11th, I believe, from pit cycles. 44 sitting in 10th, getting chased down by Brandon. And the 49 are battling for, I believe, 20th. Ahead, you see the 3, the 7, and the 66 pretty close. I wonder if one of them will make a move.
Yeah, that's weird, though, because we were just talking about the 49 was all the way up in 11th or something, and he dropped back quite a few spots there.
I think he hadn't hit yet. Because he was a lot down after the first pit.
Gotcha. Last week's winner here.
Started 11th, yeah. Dakota started 11th, now sitting 6th. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Last week's winner here in the 44, Anthony Trippi in the 10th position. Having a pretty stellar day here at Nashville, making up some spots here.
Sorry, 66 is right on the 7's rear bumper. I thought he was going to bump him into 3, maybe a bit of contact. He's going to try and chase him down again. Yeah, sorry, I just saw that contact. Thought I had to say something.
Oh,
he's going to hit him again.
Ooh, that was close.
Oh. Tough racing here. Maybe some tempers.
That's what I was thinking. A little smoke coming from underneath the helmet.
Oh! Trying to keep the positions he's got. 6-6 trying to take it. Skip ahead to the 45 still sitting in pit road. I think he used his pit repair earlier. Or not, I'm not quite sure. But he was involved in that wreck.
Yeah.
Lost so much time.
Unfortunate, man.
To push against the 7.
Really great scheme, too. Really powerful message with that scheme, and hate to see that for those guys. They'll bounce back.
Yeah, hopefully. I really thought today. I definitely think they can get a win in the season.
I think they can. Richard Gonzalez in the 23. Hasn't had a fantastic day, but he's gained a lot of spots since we last checked on him here in that 23 machine. He's up to 12th position, so that's not a bad day. Keep clawing at it, Rich. Let's go.
I think the that right side is still absolutely beaten from that contact.
Yeah, and Adams, unfortunately, way back in the 24th position now. And it's just a gut punch, man. Running real good. And
he's running 4th.
Yeah, just missed pit road and a chain reaction, and
he didn't miss pit road. He got bumped, and it was just unlucky. The 45 couldn't move away in time. It's not his fault. It's just a chain of unfortunate events for all those drivers.
Absolutely is.
The 6, 6, and 7 still going at it for 7th. I'm wondering what's going on up top as Dean has lost some ground to the 24. with, 23 laps left.
Yep, 23 to go, and the lead is down to 1/2 of a second. So that's what we saw, man. That was a 2.8 second gap, boys and girls. Now we're down to a 1/2 a second, and we are about to have a race for the lead here. Coming to 22 to go.
Now, the really important question, was Dean conserving while waiting for Landon to catch up? Because he knew Landon would have to burn all of his stuff.
No.
If Dean was conserving while Landon was pushing, he can maybe make a push in the last 10 laps with, less worn tires.
Well, he's coming, and I tell you what we're going to do for the fans. We're going to hop inside, and we're going to take a ride with that 24 as he goes headhunting for the lead here at Nashville. Check this out. Ton of off-throttle time there. You can just see him hugging that bottom line there. Lots of discipline.
Yeah, the 66 and the 18 have made another trip to pit road. I wonder if maybe they're going to try for another late lap or late charge, or if they're expecting.
Interesting.
I don't know. I assumed all the pit strategies were done, but maybe the 18 got put on a separate one after pitting early. As that leaves the 7 back up in 6th.
Yeah. Gained 10 spots here. Good run for that number 7.
Let's go over biggest movers again. Dean Brummett with plus 13. Our next biggest mover would be Canny with plus 12. And then our third most would be Josh Anderson with plus 10 in that number 7 that we were just talking about.
Absolutely.
Some unlucky drivers would be the 1, Bobby Anderson, losing 15 spots after that contact. We're not sure where from, but he had some heavy damage. The 18 of Justin Lumpkin, who just made another pit stop, so I believe he'll start to make some of that up with minus 11. And then Adam Newberg after that really unlucky contact with the 45 and the 21.
Yeah, definitely unlucky, man.
And the 21 originally had plus 12 spots, now sitting back at plus 4 after having to make that extra stop for that fast repair.
Nice.
So definitely, got hurt as he's chasing down Dakota Camper, trying to get by him to start to unlap himself, but I don't know if he'll have enough pace.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. These laps are winding down real quick. And you see that 24 car, we now are down to just about 1/10 of a second between the first and second spot. Don't look now, ladies and gentlemen. That 24 car is there.
Well, I kind of want to look at the 24 car. I like it.
There he goes, down to the bottom.
Dive under, and Dean will try and get the draft.
Oh,
maybe Dean will behind him.
He blinks a little bit.
I didn't have that. That might have been on your end. As the 316 just seems to want to stick behind the 24. I don't know if he'll make a move or what his plan is. He seems content to just wait behind and maybe save his stuff till the end to make one final push.
We are about to find out as we're getting to 16 laps to go here. Nashville Super Speedway SERL Truck Series. It has been a show, one heck of a show for the fans. Thank you all for tuning in here to the 213 Broadcast Network YouTube channel. We're going to be here every Saturday night, all season long. We're going to be bringing it to you flag to flag here in this truck series. Great run tonight by these two guys. Like we said, two teammates running up front here tonight. Class of the field. They have been dominant. Which one is going to bring home the trophy?
And speaking of running, it looks like the 24 is starting to run away from that 316. He's gained time, I believe, the last 2 or 3 whole final run. He's been the fastest car today. Dean fast, but not fast enough for this 24 of Landon.
Yeah, he's hanging with them pretty good here, but I think it's going to be tough to beat that 24 car. I think
he's going to have to make a late dive.
Yeah.
And that's if he can stay with him, because he seems to be losing more time than he's gaining.
He's hanging on, but that 24 has shown all night he's had the probably class of the field for the long run speed. So it's going to take a bold move to move him out of the way, I think.
And as we finish lap 101, it's 24 is teaching everyone else how it's done.
That he is. I did see what you did there.
I've just resorted to bad puns now. The 316 just seems to be trying to keep pace with that 24 car. Higher than the 24 in the turn 1. Or, sorry, turn 3. Can't even remember which left turn is right now. As 10th position is close to getting lapped. So they've lapped almost the whole field.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, and Gonzalez has moved up to 10th. He's moved up. We just showed him about 10 laps ago, and he was in 12th. So he's moved up a couple more spots to the 10th place. But you're not lying. Them leaders are coming.
Dropped down really bad from getting stuck on the outside. Back up in 10th, so great recovery from him. But not enough and not what he wanted. But, you know, top 10 is still decent points.
Absolutely is.
I mean, at this point, you need to take what you can get. And if you can chase down maybe 9th and 8th, you know, do it. As the first car in front of that 23 is a 75, who's all... So, he can just gain a few seconds, then, you know, he's going to secure another point.
Stoney Benfield, good run for him. Good top 10 points day. If he can hold on to it, coming to 10 laps to go here.
As Landon looks like he's flying through this, you know, on this track. Running even further away from the 316.
Yeah, he's pulling away. I think he's setting sail now as we're a little bit over half a second gap.
As the 25 has moved back into 4th after dropping pretty badly at the start. Seem to be making up some ground.
Yeah, that truck was all beat up too, man. So great job. Good heads-up move, using that fast repair, cleaned up that race truck a little bit.
And hasn't had to deal with any contact. Dakota's still sitting in 5th. Anthony Trapee sitting in 6th in that 44, plus 9. Brandon Browning back into 7th. The 7 of Josh Anderson, I believe, is in pits. Just lost 8th to Stoney Benfield. Just lost 9th to Richard Gonzalez, and he's in.
Oh, there's some issues. 7 definitely having some issues there. Wondering why. If he maybe just misjudged his pit strategy.
Burned up his tires a bit much.
Yeah, man.
I believe he was in that group of early pit. Have enough to get done. Unlucky pit strategy from him, as Landon Lacey continues to run away from this 316. Good for Landon and good for the team, especially with that 1-2 with Dean in that 316 right behind him.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You can't get better than that at a 1-2 finish for a team. That's definitely awesome. But this thing ain't over yet. We all know as NASCAR fans, you don't claim victory until this thing is over, because anything can and usually does happen. But we will see, as we are really just got to give a shout out to all these drivers, man. When Dakota hit me up about broadcasting, first and foremost, I'm very thankful for the opportunity as we're trying to continue to grow this thing. But when you look at the caliber of racing that we've had here, and there was a small incident, but you got 26 guys on the racetrack, and it has been clean racing. So props to you all out there for grinding hard, putting on a show for these fans, and actually showing some good on-track ethic, man. There's a lot of good drivers here, so props to you for the clean race we've seen tonight on a very difficult racetrack.
Now, speaking of racing, one thing I've noticed is 16 in turn 1, it seems to be throwing his car in. It's kind of wobbling a bit. It looks like he's turning right and then back in for the turn.
Sideways there.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing that every time around, so I don't know if maybe that's part of just how he drives this track. As the 18 is... Yeah, 16. I keep thinking he's spinning, and then I realize he's been doing that every time.
No kidding. Yeah, the 18, man, he started this thing off real strong. I don't think this is the way he wanted it to go, but, you know, you can't complain about a top 10 finish.
The 7 blinking right next to that 16. Maybe making contact with the 18, pushing over the track.
That was close.
Yeah, he definitely had some damage on the front end. I wonder if he made contact earlier. And some of that some of that damage may have also come from, you know, that contact with the 18 just now.
Well, you ain't lying. That 16 throwing it in the corner.
Yeah.
Man. I see what you mean now.
Fourth is that 25 car, running faster times, but I don't think it's.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have time to get there.
As the 24 just continues to run away from that 316. 316 keeping with him, but it's not enough. Currently 4 to go into turn 3.
Man, this race has flown by.
Yeah. Just a little bit. As they'll cross with 3 to go in the race.
3 laps to go here. Nashville Super Speedway race number 2 of the season. And next week, we're going to have to keep your eyes peeled at the intro to the race. Like I said, all season long, we're going to be showing you the top 5 points battle. And we're going to keep tracking as we head later into the season for the playoffs. We're going to keep you up to date on all these battles and continue on our part to learn more about who's on what team. Because being a new guy, we still got some homework to do too.
And Landon Lacey and Dean Brummett are tied for second going into this race. So Landon, I believe, will take the lead of the championship as the 8 dives under the 316. I believe that's the.
It is, and he's got to have some freshies on there.
I think he's got some fresh tires, maybe going for that. Are there fastest lap points?
Not 100% sure. I'd have to double check that. That's a good question.
I'll say, because if these people are putting on fresh tires with, not as much fuel and, 2 laps to go.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I guess Mike still has a few. As I believe it's last lap.
It is 1 lap to go here. One final time.
It's Filthy 5 Motorsport currently. Filthy 5 sitting 1-2, and then they have Brandon in. Can't find him. Brandon in 7th, and just unlucky with Dakota back in 22nd. Track has been brutal.
It has. Coming to the checkered here.
Checkered.
Wow. What a run, man. What a run by that 24. In the 30s, the 316. Dominant all night long here at Nashville Super Speedway. We're going to kind of take 1 second here and try to grab some of these guys and put them in the booth here. We're going to try to get...
Speaking of races, the 16 was, we didn't talk about the 16 too much, but he brought it home in 3rd. I mean, he was sitting 3rd for a decent amount of the race, and yeah.
Very good race by these guys here. The Filthy 5. I thought it was 5-5. I'm gonna have to.
No, I thought I was supposed to be the one that didn't know anything.
Yeah. Well, I looked at the sheet and I wrote
it.
I think people are changing some stuff on me here, trying to screw with the new guy. But that 24 burning it down at the start-finish line here, taking it home.
44, I guess, doing another lap. Didn't have enough.
It wants to keep going.
With them, the 88 with him. Looks like the whole team's doing a burnout. Except for Brandon Browning, who I think is off track.
All right, we're going to bring in our 3rd place guy here in Blake. We are going to talk to the 16 here. 1 second here.
Blake made up.
Number 16, you got a copy?
Yo.
Hey, good 3rd place run for you, man, in that Toyota Tundra. Awesome, awesome run here at Nashville Super Speedway. Tell us a little bit about your night, man.
Yeah, started deep in the field. We thought we were pretty good. I knew it was gonna be tough to beat Landon there, so we took our 3rd. We had 3rd place speed. I took 3rd place, and I'll gladly take P3.
Absolutely, man. You kept it clean and competitive, and you can't ask for more than that. Anybody you want to give a shout out to while we got you in the booth?
Yeah, I don't got to you guys for broadcasting SERL. Dakota for putting everything on. I'm not in sub-sport. TTC Racing, BJR, Letter Esports, just everybody that is on there, and let's do this every week.
Awesome, brother. Well, great run for you tonight, man, and we hope to have you back up here in the near future.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
For Dean when he gets in here.
All right. We are going to bring up our 2nd place finisher, number 316. You got a copy?
What you say, guys?
Hey, man, awesome run for you and your teammate there in the 24.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your day.
Man, I tell you what, we had just an absolutely awful qualifying effort. I think we qualified like 12th, 13th, something like that. And that first run, just wanted to get the most out of the tires we could. And this track's a lot about tire saving, and moved up pretty quick. And right before the first pit stop, run my teammate down to about 2 and some odd seconds, and had a good pit stop. Ran a little too hard there on that after that first pit stop to try to win the stage, and wound up costing myself about a lap and a half of fuel, and that was the difference in me having to save that entire last run and actually being able to go for it. So good job to Landon. He played it perfect, let me go for the 1 point to get the bigger ones at the end. So
Absolutely.
just fun overall. I love Nashville. So just super fun track. Good run tonight for the whole team.
Absolutely,
And-
man.
And you were talking about moving through the field. What was that like? You made up 12 spots over the race.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I mean, you got guys that know how to save tires, guys that don't know. I'll be honest with you, I'm one of the guys that semi know how to, and this track is so lane sensitive. You have to wrap that bottom, and I was watching a lot of guys just get into the gas a little sooner than what they needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Front up. My truck was just rotating real well, and I was kind of under the mentality of, hey, long race, if you don't get them this lap, get them the next one. Really thought I was going to have a big fight there with the 16, and got to his outside. He got real loose one time, and he just let me go. So that helped me close the gap a lot. But like I said, you drive through the field, you got all the lap traffic, tight, close racing. It's nice to have it for a change.
Yep, absolutely, man. And it was a comment that I made on the air. Is had a really good turnout tonight, a good number of cars out here, and you guys put on one heck of a show and a lot of really respectful, clean racing, and that's what we like to see, man.
Absolutely. We always love to see the good racing, and make it 115 laps without a caution flag. I mean, like I said, that's something you don't see very often. And like I said, led a bunch of laps last week. It's all going to come together. It's not if, it's when.
Absolutely, and you are going to get that bonus point for the biggest mover tonight. So congratulations on a great run here, Dean, and we hope to have you back up here in the booth in the near future.
Absolutely. You guys have yourself a great evening.
Hey, you too, brother. All right, we are going to be talking to
Race winner.
your race winner, Landon Lacey, 24. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Hey, that awesome looking 24 Jeff Gordon throwback scheme winning tonight here
Yeah.
at Nashville, man. Tell us about your night.
Kind of really didn't get a lot of practice in, but we were, pretty quick off the truck, and qualified on pole, ran up front the whole first stage. Kind of pit strategy throughout the race, kind of got us behind for the end of the stage, but green that it was going to be close on fuel, so I was just trying in those first 2 runs. I was just trying to save as much as I could to get prepped for the last run there, and saved enough to have 2 laps extra, and
Nice.
yeah, pulled it into victory lane tonight.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. Great run. And I know that I made a comment while you guys were on the track there that you kind of let some people go, and it kind of just made me feel like you had a strong sense of that you needed to conserve a little bit, and you didn't want to go out there and just burn the heck out of your stuff. So great heads up move there, man. You certainly knew exactly what you were doing here on a very abrasive racetrack and a great looking race car. Congratulations on the win here tonight, Landon. Anybody you want to give a shout out to while we got you?
Oh yeah, huge shout out to Filthy 5 Motorsports, everybody over there, Dean, Brandon Browning, Dakota Bailey. Thanks to all those guys for their continued support week in and week out. And all the admins for putting this on. Thanks to you guys for the awesome broadcasts every week. And other than that, thank you to everybody that's gotten me here to this point.
Absolutely, brother. And hey, I will make you a promise. I'll get your team name right next week, because I had it written down as 5-5 Motorsports, and I have no idea where the heck that came from. But so don't shoot me, but I'll get it fixed. I think Dakota sent me a message, and I'm going to blame it on him. So we'll leave it at that.
Okay, I pulled one on you guys last. I pulled one on you guys last week, so I'll count this as being even.
Sounds good, man. Well, hey, congratulations, man. You and your teammate Dean put on one hell of a show here tonight. Very dominant team for this event here at Nashville. Congratulations, brother, and we hope to have you back up here in the near future.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks, buddy. All right, that is going to wrap things up here. We are going to be getting the heck out of here, as we have all season long. Like I said, we're going to be right here for the rest of the year with the SERL Truck Series every Saturday night until that championship flag flies. Thank you all for tuning in so much. Anthony and Logan right here for the 213 Broadcast Network. SERL Trucking, baby. That was a blast, and we're going to see you next week.